curious, what race do you think Jesus was?
He was a Jew.
So, what I mean, saying like color-wise, what would you say he is? So why aren't white people on the list if every other race is?
Is that who you're concerned about? You didn't say Chinese.
I'm half white. I'm half white. So it's like I'm just saying what.
That's why he put the ships in there. You understand, Mike? The ships is the nail in the coffin.
There is a pretty robust translate in the world, but it's not ship-based.
Some type of flag.
Yeah, but they out there protesting.
You going to protest, man?
Yeah.
What's your stand on the protest?
I think it's good that people are getting out to fight like serious problems that we have, though I'm not necessarily in agreement with a lot of the kind of like toothlessness of a lot of the demands.
Like what?
Yeah, I don't know anything. Give us an example.
The folks leading the protests are mostly talking about like, Trump and his policies being bad for pretty much everyone across the board, which is correct. But there's not a lot of clear ideas of what to do about it beyond just getting out to protests every 2 to 4 weeks.
Right. Yeah. So what is the hands off like? I seen child abortion and LGBT. What are your stance on that?
I'm generally, my thing is if people aren't harming anyone else, it's usually fine to let them do it. As for abortion, I don't think there's a way to like, regardless of the moral stance, there's not a way to like safely ban it in a way that doesn't cause additional harm to people through sending them to the black market, stuff like that.
Okay, before you go, what was you expecting from Trump?
I was expecting it to be this bad, to be honest. I didn't vote for him. I knew he was going to be bad. We were going to see a hollowing out of whatever government functions we have to the hands of private capitalists. I expected about this bad.
So what were most of those supporters expecting from Trump? What were they expecting?
To be honest, I have no idea what people were expecting. I really can't tell you.
Okay. I see y'all
Sorry,
on this
you're
side.
looking for help.
Yeah, I'm just, I read the Bible pretty
Read the
frequently.
Bible
Daily.
daily. That's good, man. We read daily too.
You know that.
You know salvation. You know what salvation is for?
What would you say?
It's for Israel.
Israel?
So if you on this side, salvation is for you.
I'm curious, what race do you think Jesus was?
He was a Jew.
So, I mean, saying like color-wise, what would you say he is?
Let's get it.
Revelation.
Revelation 1:14.
All right, I got you.
You don't read the Bible like that. You don't be memorizing the verses like
Well, you don't need to
that.
memorize
the
it to know
numbers.
exactly where he's from.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 1, in verse 14. You want me to start at 14 or the 1?
1 and 14. Give me Daniel 10 and 5.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
You hear that, brother? What's your name? What's your name?
Mike.
Mike. Y'all hear that?
Michael.
This is a description of who they call Christ. This is a description that they gave us, but the Bible gives us a depiction. It says his hair and his head was white like wool. So who has woolly hair on this earth?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Okay, just who has woolly hair on this earth?
I would say my thing would be is I would imply that he would be Middle Eastern since
Just-
Israel is in the Middle East.
That's your opinion, but we reading the Bible. So we got opinions too, but when we read the Bible, we got to go by what that says. His hair and his head are white like wool. Who has woolly hair, Mike?
Woolly hair.
Black people?
Who?
Black people?
Right. Do white people got woolly hair?
Yeah, but Middle Eastern people do.
They don't have woolly hair.
No, they don't.
They're like I look Middle Eastern.
Okay, let's
You
keep
can't
let's
guess
keep
what
let's
race
keep
I
going.
am.
Let's
Dude.
keep going. Let's keep going.
Okay.
So you got a problem with what he look like?
No, I'm saying, what race do you think I am?
What race do you do?
Yeah,
I
what race?
I wouldn't know until I asked you.
I would guess that.
If you can't guess, if you can't assume that I'm not Middle Eastern, then how do you know Middle
I'm
Eastern
glad I
person
brought
don't look like
you
me?
here, bro. You didn't even want to come out today. And I was
Listen.
I know.
We got Israel that look like all
Can I deal?
that look like
It's half
Yeah,
black.
I did.
It's half black. It's half black. It's half black. So
Finish,
yes,
finish,
I'm half
finish.
black.
Revelation first, or yeah. Whatever. Finish Revelation, and then come back with Daniel. You got Daniel?
I got it.
Okay.
My point is,
his head-
if I look Middle Eastern, then Middle Eastern can look like a black man, and I'm half black. So obviously, Middle Eastern people. can
Well,
look like
there's
black
some dark Middle Eastern people, right? There's some darker Middle Eastern people, but they oppressed over there just like we oppressed over here.
I understand
because they probably are Israelites. Remember, the Israelites were scattered to the four corners of the earth.
Right.
That's why even over there they practice colorism too, the same way.
Yeah, everyone practices colorism.
So-
White supremacy goes far and wide.
So this is what I'm saying. Woolly hair, even if you look it up in the dictionary, it's going to tell you that it's Afrocentric black people here. That's what you're going to come up with.
Right.
He just answered honestly and just left it at that.
Right.
You know,
Right.
so already it's called, you know, that's how you learn to read spirits, right off the top.
Right.
Who agree with the Bible and who ain't.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? He figured, yeah, I ain't study, I ain't got no horse in this race, I'm just going to be honest. Man.
Right. But he said
See
he
what I'm
reads the
saying?
Bible every day.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So, read this.
His head and his hairs were white like wool,
Kind of like my beard. Go
as
ahead.
white as snow.
Right?
And his eyes were a flame of fire.
Now his eyes was a flame of fire. Now we know he didn't have beams shooting out his eyes, right? We know that. So we got to find out what that means. So give me Genesis 49 and 12. So we got to find out precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little, there a little. That's how you get the understanding of the scriptures. You can't just read it. It's not a novel.
Right.
You can't
Genesis
just read it. Yeah, Genesis
49 verse 12.
Read.
His eyes shall be red with wine.
With what?
Shall be red
with
with
wine.
Now
wine.
you know we know what Christ's first miracle was, right? Mm-hmm. Turning water into wine at a wedding, right?
Right.
That's his first miracle. Now read it.
That's why these eyes
His
are red.
feet
Okay, that makes
like
sense
unto
now.
fine brass, as if
He
they
looked like
burn.
he's sleepy, and I was like, "Why is his eyes so red?" Now I
When
know.
when so-called Uncle Rufus, the black people, you know, they drink wine, the whites of our eyes turn red when we get to sipping and stuff. A little bit. That's what happens.
Yep.
Read that.
See that? And his feet like unto fine brass.
What color is brass?
Brass is my color.
Brass is brown. Would you say?
Yes,
brown.
brass. I would say
Okay,
brass
now
is my
read it.
color.
Read it. Keep reading.
And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burn in a furnace.
Now, when you take that same brown and you burn it, what color does it turn in?
Darker brass, darker brown. So like darker, a little bit darker than
Dark.
me.
A little bit darker than dark. Yeah, really
Say
dark.
they still be Middle Eastern though.
Right. What the point is the woolly hair. You're not gonna get around that. Middle Eastern people have straight hair genuinely. Who you're talking about, Middle Eastern?
Yeah, yeah.
Like an Arab or something, right?
Yeah, well, I would say
Right. 'Cause you-
specifically, like, if we're looking up the pictures of Israel as it is, actual Israel citizens that are in like the middle of
That's in there
Judah
now.
and like that. I
They
would
inhabit
say,
the
like,
land.
you know.
But see, they inhabit the land now. That land was
That-
taken
that-
over.
Those ain't. Those
That's
ain't,
not the originals.
You could also
Those
like go
ain't
by
original
Palestinians.
There you go.
You could also go by
Actually,
Palestinians though, because
They-
the Palestinians were there
European
first.
And then they-
So if Palestinians were there before,
None of them is
the
going to
Israel
look
takeover.
like it's going to have woolly hair. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen unless he was somebody that was carried there when that land was taken over. He
Well, we
stayed
know
as a
we knew
servant.
where Jesus went. Jesus went from I think he went from
read
born in Nazareth, and then went to Egypt during King Herod's killing of the.
This is
Well,
what's
like,
pushed.
like first of all, I would like to say that definitely I don't think he's white. Definitely,
Right.
definitely.
Okay.
I'm not would ever argue
Okay,
that.
but this
That's
the thing.
Europe,
But this the
that's
thing, though.
Europe
This the
versus
thing. Now
the
that
actual Africa, motherland, Egypt. You know,
But this
I
the
don't know,
thing. But
that's-
this the thing. Now that we're bringing it out around the world, everybody want to challenge us for bringing it out, but no one challenged a blatant lie.
Right.
What
That
you
one,
say
yeah,
yourself.
because they wanted
Right.
to make,
You
see what I'm saying?
Right.
It's a blatant lie.
They wanted
Right.
a white Jesus.
Well,
Even
I'm just
though
saying.
we know for a fact where he was.
Well-
You know for a fact. Like, it's Israel. It's Israel.
Okay, so now we're reading the book, and again, that land is that land's been taken over. Those people originally was dark, bit woolly hair over there. That was in that land. He parted their land. Let me get that. Where he parted my land. Okay, so they parted that land over there. The term Middle Eastern is a brand new term. They don't even speak like that over there. Because if they'll,
Well, it's all white. It's
Where-
all white
where's Middle
supremacy
Northern?
talk.
Where's
White-
Middle Northern?
It's all white supremacy talk.
That's what I'm
all-
saying.
It's
It's
all
a-
based around
because they
where
gotta keep-
east to where.
because they got to keep the lie going that you're the real Jew. This is what we up against. Some people wake up. You know what I mean? That's why, out of all the years, America can say, if I said, hey, I feel like I'm a little 8-year-old girl on the inside, they will make sure that you don't tease me. They give me my own restroom, me and other big black men that think they're 8-year-old little white girls, right? But if I say I'm the real Jew and I'm reading it and can prove it, now it's a problem. Wait a minute. Stop the press. Kanye, hey, you supposed to just dribble the ball? You know, all the other stuff. You know, they attack these people, take their money, freeze it once they figure this out.
He was just bumping Kanye's new song.
You see what I'm saying? Once they figure it out, read this.
This the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 1. For behold, in those days,
In those days,
and in that time,
talking about ahead.
when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem,
He gonna bring us. Go ahead.
I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat.
That's about to happen. That's what we're watching forming now. All these wars and all this talking back and forth with Israel bombing and China getting into it and Russia and Ukraine. All this is boiling down to this.
Just happened.
India, Pakistan was last week.
Just started fighting Israel.
So all this is about to happen. Go ahead.
I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat.
Right.
And I will plead with them there for my people.
For his people.
And for my heritage Israel,
Right.
whom they have scattered.
They have scattered us throughout all lands. It's a black man in China with an afro. You see what I'm saying? So he speak nothing but Chinese. You understand? But he's still a black man.
My issue,
Go ahead.
My issue with this stuff would be is that you guys are like reaching. Like,
Let me finish it up. Read.
It's like I would say this. It's like, how would you know? Like what you basically saying is like, so check this out, right? We know.
Let me finish this. Let him finish the scripture. Let him finish the
So why would
scripture.
we assume that? What in the Bible would lead me to believe? that
Dude,
Manasseh
we can
got
get
to
there.
do
We can
this?
get there. I can show you. I can show you no problem. That's what we do. We're not
Like,
out
you know what
here.
I'm saying? Like, if
Let's
you
finish
if
this,
I
and then
if I
I'll
can't
move to
just
that
read the
question.
book,
I'll switch to that
but there's
question.
other books for me.
So you want to know, how can I prove that these are the children of Israel, right?
Yeah, okay, let's so
Right?
So
Let's
you're,
finish this
we're
first.
all black here, so that means
Let's
you're
finish
implying that I'm of race of the tribe of Judah.
You could be from Issachar. Your dad could be a Mexican for all I know.
No.
But you're still one of the tribes. So let's finish it.
Whom they have scattered among the nations,
Right?
and parted my land.
And part of the land. That Suez Canal that they put there.
Go on, it's heavy.
Go ahead, keep going.
And they have cast lots for my people,
Right?
and have given a boy for an harlot,
Right?
and sold a girl for wine,
Right.
that they may drink.
They did that to us.
Yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon,
Now you talking about them Africans over there. Go ahead.
and all the coast of Palestine?
And who?
All the coast of Palestine.
Palestinians you was mentioning. Go ahead.
Will ye render me a recompense?
Uh-huh.
And if ye recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense on your own head?
And we just saw that, right? We just saw that. But they like, that's a genocide. Y'all genociding the Palestine, right?
Right.
So we see this coming to pass right now before your eyes, right?
Verse 6.
Go ahead.
The children of Judah
The children of Judah.
and the children of Jerusalem ye have sold unto the Grecians.
Until who?
Unto the Grecians.
So-called white men, the Greeks, right?
That ye might remove them far from their border.
It took us far from our border. We all the way over here now.
Behold, I will raise them out of the place whether you have sold them.
But hold on, Noah. Now the key part of this is where he said the children of Judah.
Right.
That would just be, when he take the children of Judah, remember it was a split in Israel. Judah, Benjamin, and Levi.
Right.
See, we were split before it even happened. The rest of them was considered Israel.
Right.
You understand? The rest, the other tribes. So when the split happened, read that again, Ak, where you can tell.
The children of Judah
The children of Judah, these three,
and the children of Jerusalem.
and the rest of them, what happened?
Ye have sold unto the Grecians.
No. We would be, go ahead, yeah, we'll be sold to the Grecians.
That ye might remove them far from their border.
Now, the only time we served in our captivities together, because we had separated way before the captivity started.
Right.
The only time was here in the Americas, North America, Central America, United States. You understand? This is the only time where we served in captivity together. This did not happen over the way because we were already split.
You want some of my milkshake? Bro?
Okay? So that's one point. That's one point. So now you want me to prove, how do I know this is who we're talking about?
Well, all I'm saying is like if you got other books for me to read, I don't care about those other books. All I care about is what's in the Bible. So if
Yeah, no, I got Bible.
You're telling me information that I gotta like translate and I gotta.
No, I'm giving you Bible. I'm gonna give you all Bible. I got a dictionary here.
Listen, like why would I listen? Like I said, I read the Bible daily.
I'm gonna give you Bible.
And so like if I never got what you guys are saying
Well, I'm
from
gonna give you
while
Bible.
reading it.
Because
I never got
this dude
like,
been picking
how
up
many-
everything
how
that
many
we've been
verses-
saying.
Give me Psalms
He pretty
111.
Like
smart.
I've read multiple versions of the Bible,
Yeah.
right?
But
And
what he's
so
saying
it's like-
now,
and
though,
so it's
why he
like-
don't understand and why we do.
But Psalms
111.
All I'm
and verse
saying
10.
is, it's like if I like you know what I'm saying, if I read Harry Potter, right? Me and you are gonna get the same story from it, right? What you're telling me is you read Bible and you read a completely different story from me, completely different.
Now let me tell
And
you
then
the
you're just
difference.
giving random
I understand
Bible
what you're
verses
saying. Bring
to
this
give a
out.
narrative.
Let this come out. I understand what you're saying. He got a big deal right here.
This the book of Psalms,
Any precept you have.
chapter 111 and verse 10.
Uh-huh.
The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
So first you got to fear the Lord. Do you know what the fear of the Lord is?
Oh, he's scared to hell, that's for sure.
Well,
I'm sorry, bro.
keep going. Let's hear it out. Keep
I'm
going.
with you.
Hey, good. A good understanding
A good understanding of this Bible. Go ahead.
have all they that do his commandments.
That do His commandments. See, you won't understand unless you do the commandments. That's just facts. What's the other one? Connect right to the. Oh yeah, precept. Job 9:24. Job 9:24.
We have to go.
But so a good understanding.
But
You have to be doing the commandments to get the proper understanding of the Bible. Ain't that's what it just said?
Quick question before y'all go.
Um,
Quick question. Listen. We're going to read one scripture. We're going to ask you who these people happen to. Because he want to know how can we verify who's these people on the sign.
Right.
So he catching on quicker than you for some reason.
Deuteronomy.
Watch this. Deuteronomy, I got it.
You got it.
This Deuteronomy 28:6. Actually, I'm going to read Deuteronomy 29:1, and then we're going to ask the question.
All right.
Deuteronomy 29:1.
Uh-huh.
These are the words of the covenant which the Lord commanded Moses to make with the children of Israel.
With the whole world.
With the children of Israel.
Okay, with the children of Israel.
Right.
Not the whole world. Go
Right.
ahead.
So, brother Mike, these are the children of Israel. Right here. This is the covenant.
Cuba's not in Israel. Dominica's not in Israel.
Right, they got
Mexico's
scattered.
not in Israel.
They got scattered.
Argentina. These are
The
separated
Israelites
by
was-
oceans and miles.
Listen.
Listen,
I'm sorry.
here's the commandment. It went way over your head.
Listen.
Look, this is their name why they were in Israel. This is just their name, who they are today.
So why aren't white people on the list if every other race is?
Is that who
on
you're
the
concerned
list?
about? You didn't say
I'm half
Chinese?
white. I'm half white. So it's like I'm just saying.
What is
I'm
your
just saying,
father?
It's like so why it's like I'm just saying it's like this like. If I read the Bible and it never once mentions black, Haitian, Puerto Rican, Cuban, right? Where was I supposed to read it from?
Read 68.
So who does this happen to, Mike? And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
With ships. So we were going to
That
go
could
back.
happen. Okay.
It only went, even when you look at history, it only happened once in the history of time.
Right.
We went into slavery with ships.
Right.
And when we got off those ships, what happened to us? Read that part.
Yeah,
By
okay.
the way whereof I spake unto thee,
Uh-huh.
thou shalt see it no more again.
We never saw our homeland again. Go.
And there
And when we get there,
you shall be sold
we were going to be sold
unto your enemies,
until your friends,
unto your enemies,
until white people.
unto your enemies,
Go ahead.
for bondmen
Uh-huh.
and bondwomen,
Right.
and no man shall redeem.
Now that redeem means no one was going to get us out of this situation.
Now, granted, this is a lot to decipher all at once, but
Yeah.
could it not also refer to Jews going into Germany and being like,
No,
Jews
that didn't
also
happen to them.
Scattered and scattered.
That didn't
And
happen to
then-
them. They never were loaded on ships. That never
Right.
happened to them.
Right.
Well,
This only
then weren't
happened
they-
to
what,
one
what about
people.
What about Nebuchadnezzar led
No.
them into exile? What about the exiles that happened?
This-
I'm not saying they had to.
They
happen
walked,
through
they
boats.
walked,
I'm
they
saying
walked.
have
That's
to
why
do
he put the
boats.
ships
I'm saying
in
it's
there.
like,
You
why
understand,
people also
Mike?
assume that it's also
Yeah,
The ships is the nail in the
There is a
coffin.
pretty robust translate in the world, but it's not ship-based.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
He said that for a reason, because he knew one day me and you be standing here, and you be saying what you saying, and I'm trying to show you what he's saying.
Verse 49. And the Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far,
Uh-huh.
from the end of the earth,
Now he's gonna drop some clues.
as swift as the eagle flyeth.
Now who go by the eagle? What countries? What nations?
Listen. Come on,
Get ready to
let's go.
run. Don't run, man. You just said you read the Bible every day.
Hey, Hey, is it your mother or your father? Which one?
Also mean Rome.
Is it mom or dad though? Tell me.
We agree that the Romans came. We talking about.
Oh,
white
it's
people.
dad? Oh.
Hey, Mike, don't trust nothing he got to say about that Bible.